All right, so this is pretty simple scaling strategy. It's actually the easiest scaling strategy and actually the most profitable scaling strategy. The simple things on Facebook actually do work. But yeah, I'm going to go do the scaling strategy. But if this is not enough, I'm giving you permission to go ahead and skip to phase 3. It should already be unlocked, but there are scaling strategies over there you can check out. And you should also check out the case studies that we have all the way under phase 3. It should say case studies. You should definitely watch that if you're definitely scaling your store. So let's just say the first day you launch a CBO is a dog CBO. You launched it at $100 and it did good. So green means it did good. So that first day did good. So you set up the budget. You can see right here I have a bar graph to the right. It's not the best bar graph, but yeah, you went from $100 to $200. And the next day it does not do good. It's unprofitable. You want to go ahead and leave it if it's like not too unprofitable. If it spent $200 and got 0 sales, that's probably an issue. And if it spent $100 and got 0 sales, you probably should have turned that off. But if it's like $200 and it's like unprofitable by like 50 bucks, it's whatever. You lost 50 bucks that day. You want to go ahead and leave it the same. So the next day, you can see right here, we left it the same. It's still $200 and it becomes profitable. Now, I know I have these dumb bar graphs here and everything like that, but these are real situations in my ad accounts. It just doesn't. I don't have time to look through all my ad accounts to see which ones match this perfect scenario. But when I do, I would definitely update this video. But you can actually just go to the case study. You can see how things like this work. But I'm just giving you, an example. So let's just say the third day is at 200. It is profitable. It's like 2 ROAS or 3 ROAS. You want to go ahead and increase the budget. Now, you want to increase the budget by however much you want to risk the next day. So if the next day flops, you know that you still have enough budget to go ahead and keep selling. Like, I don't want to tell people how much to increase their budget by, just because my budget and your budget is very different. If you spend $200 the next day and lose it, that might be tough on you, but for me it's whatever. So when it comes to this, it actually comes to, like, if you have a high risk tolerance, you can go ahead and scale higher. If you have a low risk tolerance, you want to go ahead and do a lower. But for the next day, let's just say you spend around $300 to $400. Now, I actually do not suggest doing anything more than 2 times the budget. So if you are at, let's just say $200, you actually do not want to raise it to like $600, $800. You want to do either $300 or $400. So that's like the max you would probably do. Back then, you could probably scale a lot higher, or during Q4, you can scale a lot higher. But most of the year, you want to just double is the max you want to go. So let's just say you have a tighter budget, you would do 300. If you have a nicer budget, you would do 400. And let's just say that day is breaking even. You didn't make money and you didn't lose money. Let's just say the campaign got a 1.5 ROAS and your break even is a 1.5. You don't do anything. You don't scale it. You can see right here, I didn't scale it. And then the next day at 400 is profitable. You want to go ahead and raise the budget again. Like I said, the max you would do is 2 times. So you could do 800 if you really wanted to, if it's really profitable. Or, if you're not like super sure, you could do 600 and it's profitable again. Then you keep scaling like that. So 600 to, let's just say 800, 800 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1.5, 2,000, and it keeps going. Obviously, the number depends on how much you want to risk. But I do have one thing: do not be scared to scale. Now, a lot of people are, oh, I'm profitable right now. I don't want to scale any higher. Trust me, I was at that point. I used to be stuck at 2K per day because I thought 2K was the ceiling. I don't know why I thought 2K per day was the ceiling, but I was already making myself like 400 to 500 bucks a day. I thought I was good to go. But after I broke that mindset of 2K was the ceiling, I went to 5K, and then I was like, screw it, let's go to 10K. And then I was stuck at 10K per day for a very long time. Honestly, I'm stuck at 10K per day still to this day. So after I hit 10K, I usually let it cruise, and I kind of don't scale it any higher than that, because 10K per day, I'm usually making around $2,000 a day, $60,000 a month. So I'm like chill with that. But how this works is each product actually does have a ceiling. So I'm not telling you just like an infinite way you can keep scaling. Each product does have a ceiling. So if your product has a ceiling, you will know, because you may be stuck at break even at that number for a very long time. So you might be scaling, let's just say to 2K revenue a day, and then it doesn't work at 2K revenue, but it works at 1.5. You can know that 1.5 is the ceiling, and that's totally fine, because at that point you're still making like 200 bucks or 300 bucks a day, or even more than that. And if you let that cruise, that would be a really good product while you find another winner. So there are ceilings to products, but you don't want to create that ceiling yourself mentally by not scaling. You want to go ahead and scale it. If it doesn't work, then you go ahead and scale back. You want to find out the product's ceiling. So what you want to do is keep scaling until it either becomes unprofitable or it becomes break even, and then you want to scale it back, or want to leave it the same budget to let it cruise. You're not the one choosing the product ceiling. Let the product choose its own ceiling. So yeah, most products I've seen their ceilings around, I would say, if you're the winner, it's around $10,000 a day. If it's not a winner, let's just say a semi-winner, it's around $2,000 to $3,000 a day. But like I said, don't choose the ceiling for the product. Let the product choose the ceiling. But yeah, that's the best way I can explain it. This is the most traditional way you can scale. If you want other ways of scaling, like the shadow clone scale, the force scale, we have other scales. Go ahead and check out phase 3. There are a lot of scaling methods. But if you want to go ahead and go even more advanced, go to the case study to watch a scaling method there.